A few weeks ago, I went to Seaworld San Diego. This is a very cool park that I thought needed a little bit more coasters, but the coaster collection it did have was pretty solid. Today, I'll be ranking all of them and showing my experience here at Seaworld San Diego. The first coaster I went to was Manta, the Mach family multi-launch coaster. This coaster is a really fun roller coaster that brings 2 launches and a few whippy elements into the layout. It does have some airtime moments, and it is just a very fun overall roller coaster, like this element right there, the switchback airtime hill, which gives really good laterals and amazing airtime. Also, the theming around and the landscaping is absolutely perfect. The restraints are amazing, and everything about the ride is just so good. The launches are very forceful, but it's just overall a very fun ride. I love it, and it ranks second in the park. The next ride I went to was the river rafting ride. This is a very wet ride, be warned. It was a pretty cold day, so I got so wet. It was crazy, just saying. There's waterfalls and water cannon. It is crazy. Beware. The next ride I went to was Emperor, the newest B&M dive coaster in America. This is a very smooth roller coaster. The first drop gives amazing airtime. The inversions are pretty good, from the amazing 0G roll and the pretty good corkscrew. The 0G roll is one of the best ever. It is just so good. The hang time you get is amazing, and the restraints aren't great, but the rest of the ride is just a really solid roller coaster, ranking at number 1 in the park. The next coaster we went on was the premier ride Skyrocket 2 Electric Eel. This is a very whippy, very intense little coaster. Well, I guess not very little, but very compact. This ride gives some crazy airtime, some insane laterals, and crazy hang time. I am not a big fan of the restraints, but this ride is really whippy and overall a crazy experience. Here, I'm going to show you what my reaction to was on the ride. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
As you can tell, it is a very painful ride, but it is very good, except that it actually ranks in as last in the park, but I still like it. But yeah, last in the park. Then I went on my last ride, and this was Journey to Atlantis. This is a very well-themed water coaster. It is a very cool ride, and there is a surprise inside the building. There is an elevator lift, and there's a small surprise that I won't really spoil, but it is a very cool surprise. The theming is okay, and the drop right here is a really good drop. I really like the ride. And then there's also the coaster section, which is actually pretty smooth. It's not as bad as you would think, because before the ride, it can be very janky. But yeah, right here, as you can see, the coaster section, it's really cool. Not like any forces, but it's just a very fast, and it's really weird because the track is definitely odd. But the thing about this ride is that it gets you really wet. On the drops, you don't get really wet, but here, I'll show you. Yeah, that's a very saddening moment. It is really, really wet. But it's really just cannons by people, so you can see if you get hit. It really depends on the people in the park that day. Then this coaster is third in the park. It's a pretty good ride. I like it. And that will really conclude the video. In general, the park looks amazing. This is probably one of the best, well-kept parks I've been to. The park is just amazingly looking, but yeah, they just need to add more rides, and I think this can be really a top-tier park. It looks really good. Everything about it is good. The food is good. I really like this park in general. I would definitely recommend it if you were in the area, if you were going to Knott's, Magic Mountain, and those type of area, in that type of area. And yeah, that's what I did, and it was a really good park. It's worth it. It's definitely a good park. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you liked the video, sub, and that would be amazing. And yeah, see you later.